The new Brussels plan for censorship is going to be called Democracy Shield or something similar, which is kind of appropriate for them. You've seen members of the European Commission say openly on the news, well, we've prevented various people being elected in various countries before, and we'll do the same thing with the AfD in Germany, and we'll do the same thing wherever we need to. So in Brussels, they are, of course, much more open about this. They're not embarrassed really about, given the fundamental premise of the whole EU project is intrinsically and deliberately and explicitly anti-democratic, they're obviously not really worried about admitting a lot of these things. There's an obvious model there for elements of Whitehall to try to copy. And you can already see that large elements of the left would be completely supportive, particularly of enfranchising foreigners. This would actually get support of probably at least 15% of the current electorate, maybe 20% of the current electorate. The same 20% who would say, join the euro tomorrow, give the UN control of the British Army, etc., etc. That 20% would support giving, like 100 million Somalis and 100 million Pakistanis and 100 million guys from the Congo the vote. They'd say, yes, great, this is the future of democracy. So there's clearly going to be pressure from the left to do that. And it is a somewhat attractive solution for them, because if you're faced with the nightmare of the old party system crumbling and some insurgent force taking over, many people in Whitehall would much rather deal with the possible blowback of trying to cheat the system like that than they would with losing power.
And is there anything Farage can do to prevent this stuff from embroiling him and sort of defending himself?
The most important thing is what we already discussed, which is, have you got great people? If you've got great people, then you can turn lots of these things to your advantage, right? In the referendum, the government and Whitehall tried all kinds of things, but because I'd hired some great people, we could kind of jujitsu a lot of it back on them, and a lot of the things they tried to do didn't work. Similarly, in summer 2019, when we were dealing with a large element of Westminster that was effectively on the side of Brussels against the British voters, because we had great people, we could flip things around. So the crucial thing for Farage is, if you've got a great team, then a lot of this kind of moves from the system can actually be jujitsued back and can blow them up and cause them trouble. But if you haven't got great people, you're going to be under a lot of pressure and it's going to be very hard for you.